It's still your show and your turn again to ask the doctors. And our next question comes from Lisa, who joins us on Skype. Lisa, welcome. Good to have you. What's your question?
Well, I am a mom of fraternal twin daughters, and they're 13 years old. And I was very concerned about one of their breast tissue. She seems to be growing at a rapid pace. She's not the same size as her sister or even her classmates. About a year ago, she was in a 36B. This year, when she went to her spring dance, she was in a 36 double D, and she had to wear 2 bras in the dress. My question is she too young to have a breast reduction?
Your daughter has a condition that we call gigantomastia, or virginal hypertrophy of the breasts. And what we typically see is a real rapid growth of the breast starting when menstrual periods start anywhere from 11 to 14 years of age. It sounds like this is what's going on. Now, as a plastic surgeon, we do these surgeries all the time. Big question is, if your daughter has stayed at the same size for at least a year, that means that she's probably stopped growing and would be a candidate to think about doing breast reduction surgery. And the way to deal with this would be a discussion with you, probably your pediatrician, and getting a plastic surgeon involved as well to discuss the options.
Dr. Ordon, would you, before you necessarily went that route, and Lisa, I don't know if you've already had this done, would you want to do a hormonal workup on her first? Just
yes,
to make
and
sure?
we typically do that. In most cases of gigantomastia like this, hormones are perfectly normal. In this case, we did find thyroid hormone was a little bit low. That is not playing a part in the breast development.
Sounds like what I'm hearing from you, though, is that you certainly would not want to have a breast reduction surgery during the growth phase of the breast. You would want to wait until things have stabilized in terms of breast growth. Exactly.
That you want to make sure that growth has stabilized. You basically know what size you're dealing with. And you know, for most women, you do this procedure, you do a breast reduction, it does not grow back, but it can. It can. That is a possibility. That's something you need to know going in. But by all means, I think it's something to definitely investigate.
Thank you so much. It kind of puts me at ease.
Well, we're not done yet. We spoke with plastic surgeon Dr. Caroline Chester, who's right in your own hometown, and we've arranged for a consultation and preliminary diagnostic testing at no cost to you and your family.
Thank you.
You're in good hands.
Thank you.
Let us know how you do.
Thank you, Lisa, for reaching out to the show. We wish you nothing but the best, as well as your daughters. That was a wonderful answer, Drew.
Yeah.
That was, no, I think that's something that confuses so many individuals out there, because it is
tough for a woman. I've seen it, younger women being, sensitive during such a crucial part of their lives, and, being overly large is one thing, but something we see more of is where one breast develops and the other doesn't. Very hard to fit in clothes. That's another category where we consider operating on teenagers because it's such an important time of their life.
Absolutely.
And I think she underestimated, we measured, and these breasts were more like 38 Gs. That's huge. As a young woman having to deal with that, that's
13.
tough. Yeah.
And as I've learned on the show, all of that tissue and the weight over time on your back and your spine and your chest wall and breathing is so important to be addressed.